If I can have your permission, I'm going to take a few minutes to share with you my next venture. Okay. My next venture is my offer for you to go deep. It's going to be called Feng Shui and Chinese Astrology 101. This is the really where we go deep dive right here. It's unlocking harmony and prosperity in your life. So we're going to go over these and much more. We're going to cover over 3.5 hours of this masterclass, 3.5 hours. The top 10 common mistake in classical feng shui, the internal and external structure, because it's not just about, the facing direction, right? What's outside, what's inside, but also the structure, meaning the building itself. The building itself. The three most common areas of your home. What are the most common area that are important when it comes to feng shui? The top 8 ways to be period 9 compliant when we get to the feng shui part. How do we stay in compliance for period 9, which started last year, for the next 20 years? Your home affinity. Does your home suited for you and your family? The annual energy when it comes to missing sectors, advanced remedy, how you do that. The later Bakwa, Heaven Bakwa, this chart is actually chart out. Each sector represent an industry. For example, the Northeast sector represent the health and wellness industry. If your home has the Northeast missing, meaning it has a weird shape of your home, it's missing, is outside of the home, you will not be able to reap luck in your wellness industry. That's why it is always recommended you buy a home that's either rectangular perfectly, not L-shape, not weird shape, right? Rectangular or square, most home, hopefully a rectangular basic shape, no fancy design. Always recommend that, because then you have all of the area, the corners of the direction, and not missing. And if it's missing, how do we remedy that? I will be sharing that. We're going to deep dive into your natal chart, look at your gifts, some of your gifts, your talent, what you're born with, compatibilities, and all that. And then we go into more achievement destiny. Like if you're a chief, your achievement destiny is a chief. What does that mean? Or harmony. Area of attraction. So we look at your peach blossom. Where can you actually maximize this attraction? If you have peach blossom, if you don't have peach blossom, no sweat, no worry, because I will share with you how you can attract other areas and still be able to have the same effect. Your luck assessment, and we're going to more investment affinity. What are the resources that are going to fund you through your in retirement years, your golden years? In other words, are you better off investing in real estate, in land, in commodities, in stock market, right? Mutual fund? What are you having a good keen eye to select that will fund you through the golden years? Then we'll go through also clashes and combinations. We already share with you the combinations. We're going to work with the clashes and how work around the clashes. Strength of your day master. It represents the season of birth. It determines the strength. And we will have good, strong strength day master. You're able to reap the reward or the wealth. Industry affinity. What are you good in connecting with that? Even career affinity, your wealth potential, maximize nobleman and peach blossom stars. Okay. And also 10-year luck cycle and timing it. We're going to go into the 10-year luck cycle. How do you maximize those 10 years? We're going to show you the 3 money corners, not just 1, 3. Today, I'm going to show you 1 next. And then case studies and much more. That's going to happen 2 weeks from now on Mother's Day weekend on a Saturday, May 10th, for 3.5 hours from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. PST time. It's going to be on Zoom. So I always give everyone a special price, of course, for fast action takers too. So this has been discounted to $87. If you find yourself interested and it resonate with you, I encourage you to take action now, because I always give bonuses and rewards to the fast action takers. If you act to not only today, and by Wednesday, I'll give you guys until Wednesday, because there's going to be some people that's going to be watching the replay. In fact, half of the people, or more than half, are watching the replay. I'm going to give you a printout PDF, actually a PDF file of the Lopan, of the Chinese compass that I created. This is going to be something like this. I printed mine in transparency, right? So I overlay, superimpose this over my floor plan and chart my floor plan. So this will be provided for you, and you can print it out and use it forever. It took me a long time to design this on Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to also give you bonus cheat sheets, at least 10 or more, and I change them over time. So these are like quick lookup reference sheets, and then also your BASI profile report. So let me give you an example. Here are the 10 example of, see, some of these that you saw already or will see. The 10 or more cheat sheets could be variation from one package to another. So you're going to also get the replay link. You also, 3.5 hours in Q&A. So you have the Lopan in PDF, so you can print the cheat sheet and the profile. So you have until the end of the month, midnight, your local time. And the funds can be forwarded to either, if you want to save the 4% processing fee, you can direct it to Zelle or Venmo through this email and or cell phone. So registration deadline is the day before the workshop, okay? The day before the workshop for anyone else. But if you act now before the end of the month, you get all these 3 bonuses. So here's an example of the BASI reports right here. You can get the characteristic right here. You get the personal growth recommendation. So characteristic, personal growth, and the professional growth, and some of the public figures you'll see at work. These are just 3 pages of examples. Now, if you've taken with me before, we had returning students, we can trade out, you already got your BASI report, we can trade out the Qigong level of consciousness or date selection. Qigong level of consciousness, there are 7 levels. Your level of consciousness, what you here to learn. Okay, are you here, more up to transcend the ego, for example? Are you here to learn in case of, growing, developing in terms of growing your personal development type growth, consciousness, right? Spiritual growth type. Or you can do a date selection option. Instead of the report, I provide date selection for grand opening, for weddings, for even C-sections. If the doctor say, okay, you're going to have a C-section because of your risk, I actually select that, and I had a privilege to do that for 2 C-sections. It's just so rewarding. It's because I look at the compatibility and how the 3 harmonies, right? And the combination, and I look at the parents chart, and I look at the siblings if they already have existing children, and I want to make sure that they're in harmony with each other. And I want to make sure also they have a noble animal or a peach blossom in that child's chart. So I get to pick, right? Most of the time we can kind of pick the day of birth, sometimes the month, unless it falls into the next month, right? Because, you have like 2 weeks of window, we can decide on the C-section. Yeah, it's amazing. It's very rewarding.